Aaron Rodgers hasn't won a playoff game since 2021, and the Steelers haven't accomplished that same feat since the 2016 season. Now the two married together hope to end that drought with Mike Tomlin at the helm, who still has never had a losing season in his 18 years as the head coach in Pittsburgh. RC was at Steelers camp recently and had this big takeaway. I can confirm it. Aaron Rodgers can still really throw the football. It's crazy in person. 2010, 2011 Super Bowl flashbacks. Stephen A., are you, your face, I don't even want to ask the question. Just go ahead.
So let me get this straight, Dio. Ryan Clark is one of the best football analysts in America. This man knows football backwards and forwards, a Super Bowl champion. He is an analyst we are and should be very, very proud to have in our stable. And he's been talking football every damn day for years. He's been watching Aaron Rodgers every damn day for years. And suddenly he goes to Pittsburgh. And it's a face, he's there in person, and suddenly an epiphany hits him. You understand? An epiphany hits him. Yes, he's on Monday Night Football. He's on NFL Live. He's on Get Up. He's on First Take. He's got his own show to Pivot. He's talking about football all the time. And suddenly, when you saw Aaron Rodgers in person, now we've reached the conclusion he can throw. He can really, really throw. Ryan Clark's got some explaining to do. He's got some explaining to do. I don't understand that at all, okay? So let's get that out the way first. Secondly, again, it's the preseason. I'm rooting for that bad man that is Aaron Rodgers. But we all know his most successful years was when he's had, big-time route runners running the football with him. His hard count is obviously something to be rivaled. We know what he can do to defenses. But DK Metcalf is not that dude, Dan. You know that. I mean, the brother is a bull. And in the red zone, listen, he's spectacular. I'm not saying he can't run routes. Please don't get me wrong. I'm saying he's a stud. But he's a stud because of his size, his athleticism. You throw the ball up there, he'll go get it. That kind of thing, as opposed to it being, timing specific per se. I'm worried about that with Aaron Rodgers and him to see what kind of chemistry we get from that. It remains to be seen, but I believe in Rodgers. I believe in these Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe they'll make some noise. It's just that I was thrown off because Ryan Clark suddenly speaks glowingly about his ability to throw the football after seeing him in person. I didn't know Ryan Clark needed that to know. That's my concern. That's just me.
Okay, so I'm glad you clarified the DK thing because I thought we were going to go on an off-the-rails conversation.
No.
I'll answer the question. What version of Rodgers do I expect? I think it's fair to say Aaron Rodgers should eclipse 30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards this year. Anybody that said he was awful last year,
I like that,
just wasn't really watching. They were just maybe looking at stat lines, especially later on in the season when he started to play better football. This is last year when everyone said he was the worst player ever in the history of the world type of stuff. His last two seasons, they aren't the MVP caliber seasons, but they've been good seasons. I would tell you, I think there's a couple things that probably are out of his control that matter, Stephen A. How good the offensive line plays, a big conversation, him and Arthur Smith. I'd also tell you, DK's awesome. Pat Freiermuth, really good. Another receiver will have to go ahead and step forward. Is it Calvin Austin? Is it Roman Wilson? For him to kind of, like everyone's sitting there going, playoffs and, Super Bowl contender. I'm not there. I'm not remotely close to being there with this football team. I think Aaron plays good football. But for them to, legitimately have playoff chances, that other receiver is going to have to step forward. That's the big question mark, or one of the big question marks that I have.
Janu Smith being there now with Freiermuth, how do you feel about the combination, Janu Smith, how do you feel about the combination of those two there together? And how do you feel about the fact that Jalen Ramsey is there now, but at the expense of losing Minkah Fitzpatrick?
So I like the addition of Jonnu Smith. Arthur Smith liked Jonnu for a while since their time at Tennessee. I can see them playing with 2 tight ends on the field. I can see them playing with 3 tight ends on the field. Don't forget, Washington is in, I think, his 3rd season, the big tight end out of Georgia. So those additions are good. Those additions aren't closing the gap between them and Baltimore, them and Buffalo, them and Kansas City. I don't think them and Houston. Cincinnati's going to be able to score. So I still see them as the outside looking in. Jalen's a tremendous player. Minka's a loss. I've talked about this a week or two, and Stephen A., you'll know this as a fan. That defense doesn't show up in the playoffs. That defense in the playoffs, their last 5 rounds in the playoffs, their last 5 playoff losses, that defense gives up like 33 a game or 31 a game, something like that. So for all that we say about the quarterback position in Pittsburgh and that defense, for them to win the playoff game, which is something you've talked about that hasn't happened, mind-blowing, in like 8 years, that defense has got to show up just as much, if not more so, than Aaron Rodgers. So you're pushing 10 years. So those are good additions, but are they better than Baltimore? No. Are they better than Buffalo?
No.
No. Are they better than Kansas City?
No.
No. Are they better than Denver?
No.
No. Are they better than Houston? No. Those are 5 teams unquestionably that are better. Somebody in the South is going to come out. So, again, you're looking outside in.
I think it's important. But I also think it's important to remind America that you were the dude that said, Dallas Cowboys are pretty damn good. I mean, if you take out the first 7 or 8 teams in the NFC, I mean, they really got a chance.
I said they were a playoff contending football team.
Yes,
I said they were.
You actually said that on the air. You actually said that on the air. You named 7 or 8 teams ahead of the Dallas Cowboys. With the Steelers, you could only come up with 5. So that's a good deal. That's a good deal. It's vastly improved.
And that's not putting them like, there's some questionable teams as well. There's some teams that they're probably going to be like the Chargers.
Questionable, but you had definitive 7 or 8 teams ahead of the Cowboys while calling them a playoff contender. So if that's a playoff contender, then the Steelers will qualify as a playoff contender. That's all I'm saying.
You think the Steelers are in the playoffs?
I think they got a chance to be in the playoffs. Yes.
Yeah, I know they have a chance to be in the playoffs. All 30.
I don't care about the playoffs. I don't care about that. I care about them winning a playoff game. It doesn't matter to me anymore if the Steelers make the playoffs. I'm tired of them going home without winning a playoff game. Okay? It's the Steelers. Damn it! It's the Steelers. It's unacceptable. You got to win a playoff game. That's what I want. Rather than if you ain't gonna do that, I'd rather you not even go to the playoffs.
I don't know. After I saw RC's tweet, they might be going back to the Super Bowl. Coming up, are the Rams or Lions the bigger threat in the NFC? Big-time disagreement on the NFC landscape after this quick break. And Dan has a top 10 list with a very glaring omission. And Stephen A. is going to have a thing or two to say about that as First Take rolls on. Come on back.
Ooh.